Hey there friends, it's Paul and welcome to another video. And today we will be customizing Mutant Helios. So let's take a look at the Bakugan. And well, as you can see, this Helios right now is a Helios, and my plan is to, of course, give this Helios a makeover and give him those anime colors that he has. For this project, we will be using the metallic black Gundam marker we all know by now to cover the main areas of the body of Helios. Then we will be also using the red Gundam marker to paint in some of the details as well as his eyes. We will also be using the metallic green Gundam marker to paint the details on Helios' feet as well as on the backside of the Bakugan. Then we will also be using the purple Gundam marker to paint those small details on the sides of Helios. And for some reason I spaced out and also showed the yellow marker. It was pretty random and I don't know why I put it there, but we won't be using that one. Also at the start I was planning on using the silver Gundam marker as well as this other silver one to paint in those like details around the body, those lines. But then I decided not to, but I'm gonna explain that later on in the video. Okay, and here we begin the painting process, and the first step will be to cover the entirety of Helios' body with the metallic paint. As we know, it's the main color of Mutant Helios since he evolves into a darkest Bakugan. I began painting the first half of Helios and I used a medium-sized brush to cover the areas quicker. Here we will put the front part to the side for a while to let the paint dry up, and now onto the back half of the Bakugan. Same process here. I'll be going back and forth between the two halves as the paint on each of them continues to dry. I think it's the best to paint this way because if I did an entire side first, I'll probably put my fingers on areas that are not fully dried and then all the paint is gonna get all messed up. So to avoid that, we're gonna be doing parts. Part by part, then switching and switching and switching. Here I decided to try something new and went on and used the marker directly on the Bakugan and then spread the paint with the brush. I'm not used to using the marker directly on the Bakugan as sometimes way too much paint gets onto the surface and it messes things up, but this time it worked, so yay, I'd say. Here we're done with the first part of the painting process. All of the body is painted with the metallic black, and here I decided to leave the two halves of Helios to dry overnight. And actually I let it dry for 2 days because I was busy doing some other work related stuff, so yeah. Well, at least the paint was extra dry by the time I got to finishing Helios. So yeah, that was good. Okay, for some reason all the footage of me painting in the main details of Helios got messed up, so I won't be able to show you how it was done, so I'm sorry about that. But here my initial plan was to use the silver Gundam markers to paint in those details. At the start I tried using them, but the paint didn't work that great with the metallic black. The two kind of mixed together with each other and it didn't look as I expected. And because of that I decided to better use some acrylic paints I had available. And this one ended up looking great. Afterwards, I went on to paint the green details on the feet area as well as on the back. Here we go on to use the red paint to color in those other details on the back of Helios. I was a bit worried with this part because I've never had a good experience with the red Gundam marker, but this time around the paint decided to actually stick to the surface, so that was good again. Here we continue to use the red paint to paint in the eyes. I was kind of worried here that I might mess up the eyes, but for some reason I was able to do it, so it was great. And finally we go on to paint those little purple details on the sides of Helios. Here I used the yellow tape to prevent messing up the black and white areas, and this time around it actually worked. And Helios is complete, and to be honest I like how he looks. I think the combo of metallic colors plus the white details looks really cool. With this custom, Helios looks way more alive, and I'm glad that he has this new look on him. To be honest, I'm in love with the way this Bakugan looks now, and I'm pretty hyped for some of the customs I'll be making in the future, so stay tuned. Hopefully soon I'll be getting a new laptop and the video editing process will be easier, so that means more videos per week. Anyways, hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to click on the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yep, it's been Paul, and I'll see you later.